As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Welcome to the Extreme channel. My name is Mr. X. We're about the extreme lifestyle, and as you saw in the title and thumbnail, this is about our trip to Toronto, specifically Niagara Falls on the Canada side, where we stayed at a Great Wolf Lodge. So after our arrival at 4 in the morning, due to 6 hours of flight delays, we rented a car and ended up driving an hour from the Toronto airport down to our hotel, which is a Great Wolf Lodge. Now, let me tell you about Great Wolf Lodge. We've stayed at 3 different ones throughout our lifetime, probably for a total of a dozen times or so. So while we've stayed at probably every room Great Wolf Lodge has to offer, here is a quick room tour. There is a bathroom in there with one sink and a shower tub combo that's pretty dated. You do have a safe, you do have a large mini fridge, and yes, I realize that's an oxymoron, with a microwave. We have a few snacks we brought, and then the kid camp part here is 3 small beds. So our 15-year-old who's 6'4" doesn't work for him, although he's gonna try it tonight. But that's kind of nice, their own sectioned off area. Then you have a queen size bed and a queen size pull-out, as well with a fireplace, which is kind of interesting. We've actually never been to a Great Wolf Lodge in the summer. We've been there probably 10, 15 times, as I'm sure I said earlier, and it's always in the winter, so we usually utilize that. And then they went all out with a TV that I didn't even know they make TVs this tiny anymore. Kind of a weird miss, especially with how cheap a larger television set is. You also have a little bit of a dining area, which is kind of nice, and an area to store your luggage. And then our particular room this time does have a balcony view out to the parking lot. But definitely can get some sun there, dry off your swimsuits as well. So definitely a little nicer, a little roomier than a standard hotel room. But of course, you're not really spending a ton of time in here other than decompressing after a tiring day. The Great Wolf Lodge is known for the interior water park, which we're going to look at in a second. There's tons of other stuff to do. You have kind of miniature bowling over here, a huge arcade you're going to see. They have a game called Magic Quest. There's tons of stuff for the kids to do. And yes, of course, it all costs a lot of money. Now, the other good part about it is there are a ton of places to eat there if you wish. The food is average. There's a pizza place right here, a dessert shop. You're going to see more in the actual water park right here, give you a quick tour. But they have a kiddie area. They have a giant jungle gym with the big dump bucket, of course, up on top. You can kind of see it right there. Some slides that you go down without any tubes. Here's a wave pool. Just to the left is a bar and grill with like burgers and dogs and fries. Behind that is a taco bar that has a lot of different drinks as well as tacos and nachos. Here you see a number of tube slides. They had 7 or 8 different tube slides, and I absolutely love that. They had cabanas you could rent. I didn't check the cost on these because I didn't really think it was needed. We rent cabanas when we're outside sometimes. Little tiny play area for kids as well right up here. This is probably one of the best Great Wolf Lodges I've been to as far as different options. There's a few different hot tubs. There's obstacle courses for the kids. There was a lazy river. You saw that right at the beginning of this video. And then another pool with basketball hoops and things like that you could play on. So you definitely do not run out of time. Also on this particular Great Wolf Lodge, they do have an outdoor area. Some do, some do not. You briefly saw it. It was closed down the day I was filming this, but the other days we were here, it was definitely open. So all in all, you can go to the water park all day. It's usually open for about 12 hours, 11 to 12 hours from like 9 to 8 or something like that. But pretty cool place. You definitely don't get bored, at least at this particular Great Wolf Lodge. And I also noticed this one has a lot better ratings than some of the other ones we usually stay at. We usually stay at the one in Colorado or Kansas City. Kansas City one we've been to quite a few times, probably about 7 or 8 at least. And then the Colorado one, probably similar to be honest with you. But that's kind of a summary of Great Wolf Lodge. The ultimate destination was Niagara Falls. Now again, this is the Canada side, so you're a little bit farther away from the falls. We just went to check them out. We didn't jump on any of the boats like the Maid of the Mist or anything like that. Frankly, for the fact I don't want to be packed in like sardines and you have to wait a few hours in line. But the falls were very majestic, very underwhelming and overwhelming at the same time. Underwhelming in the fact that once you see it, it's like, okay, that's amazing. Overwhelming when you really think of the size of these things. You could feel the ocean spray from about a mile away. Very, very cool thing to see. I know it's not one of the great wonders of the world, but we've been to the Great Wall of China and Chichen Itza, Grand Canyon, and I'm sure there's probably about a half dozen other ones. But the falls are not the only thing. They've essentially built hundreds and hundreds of businesses and activities, almost like an amusement park, food all around this place. I could give you countless pictures. Now the food was kind of your fun, amazing food. It didn't taste great, but it's really cool to see birthday cake pancakes like you see right here. We went to this place called Stacks. I can't even remember. Stacked, and then an ice cream place where they had crazy ice creams in measuring cups. Here is my son taking it down like a champ.
Time to get a watch.
Yum.
Back to the falls though. You have hotels you can go to the top of. You have casinos, go-kart racing. I don't think I got any pictures of that. Ferris wheels, tons of shops, bowling, arcade. It just seemed to go on and on. A lot of cool virtual reality experiences as well. We didn't do any of that because we've done that in the past, but it was extremely crowded. Granted, it was a holiday weekend, so that was kind of expected. They have wax museums. I mean, you could literally go here and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars at every single activity and never get bored. So I could definitely see people staying here for like an entire week. Now, if I was really going to cover everything that could have been done, this would have been an hour video. I just highly recommend go check out Niagara Falls in Canada. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. If you're new to the channel, we are mostly about extreme collectibles, but we do extreme traveling. So I travel 50 weeks a year. My family comes with me about 8 to 10 times. So we recap it in some of these videos. This was just a quick Memorial Day weekend. Please give me a like if you like stuff like this or you want to win some of those statues. Hit the subscribe and bell notification as well.